All right, guys. So, I talked to Ron Perlman about this on Friday night. He's the actor who's Hellboy and was in Sons of Anarchy. Now he's in that movie Don't Look Up. And we talked about one of the most disheartening things about the Trump era was finding out honestly how crazy our neighbors are and our fellow Americans. And we've got, unfortunately, another startling example of that in how many Republicans still think Donald Trump is going to be reinstated, including how many think he's going to be reinstated this year, as in within the next 13 days. It's just amazing. So I'm going to tell you all about that. First, live videos are sponsored by aspiration.com/TYT. So the big banks take your money, put it into oil companies, private prisons. They do investments, make money off of your deposits with those dirty industries. Aspiration doesn't do that. They're wonderfully progressive, including the fact that they don't mind sponsoring videos like this, where we tell you the truth about the Republican Party and mainstream media and all of that. And they have the best rate. So you can't go wrong. Aspiration.com/TYT. Later, we'll put the link down in the description box. You can always see it there. And you could always use super thanks if you're watching a video later. And you can use super chat while I'm doing the live videos. So anyway, thank you to Aspiration. All right, now they did a poll. How many Republicans think that Donald Trump is going to get reinstated as president, not run for re-election and win later? No, like somebody, I don't know who because it's made up, comes and goes, Joe Biden is no longer president. Donald Trump is. That's not a thing that's in the Constitution. There's no mechanism for that. There's no process for that. There are no laws for that. It's totally cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, made up entirely. A third of Republicans believe it's going to happen. Still, Biden's been president for over a year. Still, a third. That's not like 3%. It's 3% of anything, right? Randos. Who cares, right? A third of Republicans are like, nope, Trump's coming back any second now. I don't know if it's JFK or JFK Jr., if they're going to do it in Dallas or they're going to do it in Alaska, but apparently somebody's going to come down and say Trump is president. So, yeah, that's a big chunk of the country that just is totally detached from reality. But wait, it gets worse. It always gets worse. About 20%, it's actually 18%, think that it is either very likely or somewhat likely that Trump will be reinstated within the year. Well, the year's going to end in 12 days now. So the next 12 days, Trump is going to get reinstated through a mechanism that doesn't exist and a law that is not on the books. In the next 12 days, that's nearly 1/5 of Republican voters who go, oh, yeah, well, it's going to happen. And there's another 15% who say they're not sure. They don't know. Could be in 12 days. Could be in 14. Who knows? Who knows when JFK Jr. is going to come back? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Ta-da! Those are your neighbors. Combined, that's over a third right there that are either think it's very likely, somewhat likely, or they're not sure. And remember, a third think that's it. He's definitely getting reinstated. I just don't know when. Okay. Then you've got the 1/5 saying, like, imminently, any second now. How many people is that? That's like 20 million or so that believe it's any second now. About 30 some odd million who think, oh, it's definitely going to happen. It's just a question. Is it April? Is it 3 weeks from now? We're not positive, but Trump is getting put back into office. So, by the way, there's many reasons for that. And the top one is right-wing media lies to their audience nonstop. They got that idea from somewhere. It's not in the Constitution. It's not in any law book. And by the way, one of the places they got it from is Donald Trump. Michael Lindell and and Sidney Powell and all those folks said that Trump was going to get reinstated on August 13th. Now, of course, if you're a rational person and you're a former president of the United States, you should, not encourage that kind of insane conspiracy theory, full well knowing you're not going to get reinstated on August 13th. But Donald Trump is not just a purveyor of these myths and this propaganda. He's also a victim of it. He believes his own conspiracy theories. He said back in June in North Carolina at a rally, we're going to take back the White House, and sooner than you think, as a reference to the Mike Lindell theory that he was going to get reinstated in August. Because he probably believed it. Because he is patient zero. He is that crazy. He is that stupid. And so they're still talking about this like it could happen any time now. And by the way, the question was very clear. I thought, well, come on, this is so absurd. Are you sure? And the question was, how likely or unlikely do you think it is that Donald Trump will be reinstated as president before the end of 2021? I thought maybe they said by this year, and people, it's vague and you could misinterpret this year. Do you mean 12 months? Do you mean 12 days until this? No, they didn't. They were very clear. End of 2021. And still, tens of millions of Americans were like, yes, getting reinstated any second now. Enjoy America. That's your fellow Americans, and we all live here. And by the way, that percentage that is watching this video is going, get a hold of these guys. They live in a cuckoo reality where Trump isn't going to get reinstated in the next 12 days. Boy, the surprise is going to be on them. By the way, that's what they said about August 13th. That's what they said about the original election. They've never been right about anything, and it has never deterred them. Amazing. All right, and one last shout out to a sponsor. Too Strong Coffee still has this Christmas bundles and packages, cute little stocking stuffers, and this American-made mug by a progressive, by the way. And also the Santa mug is there. It says on it, Santa is progressive and Jesus is too. Other facts that right-wing media didn't tell you. All right, we'll put that link down below too. TooStrongCoffee.com/TYT.